And it's Angel at green glove trap. Reverse romance, we're not in France, got to. Well, I could have just asked if she wanted to go. I'm quite so schedule with the girl I used to dream of. One stays on my hands. One soul from
Flying at sea.
Do what?
he gets it. No, let it go. Oh, Saunders back in this pack. Big sponsor. Donovan's in it. Sean English is in it. Oh my God. Caution! No way. Or he's gonna dive bomb him. Here he goes. He's gonna try a bomb. All the way to his bumper. Can he shove him? Can't do it. Dylan is gonna win it here in Iowa. Bump and run! Oh, he's done this before!
Bump and run, the 61 to the inside. Can he make it work? He's got it.
Inside of the 02, he's sliding! Oh, Burrows is around! Oh, the wrecking right in front of him, that's Mokrin.
Jones, great run on the high side.
Drive off the corner and
They're gonna be side by side. This is gonna be a photo finish 3 wide out the wire, and that's the stripe. It's gonna be Ruggles. Oh my God, what a finish! Pace car is in. We're up and away. Green flag.
61, Dominic Howell.
Oh, he gets hooked! Oh my God! Hard into the wall. Huge track on the start finish line. Who comes out on top?
Dallas Myhan wins.
Dallas Myhan wins it. What? Make quick work of that number 9 of Eric Andrews. Andrews washes up the racetrack. Oh, let's go! Oh no! Oh, they're gonna be wrecking. That's the big one. Oh my God, Connor's involved. They're still wrecking. New Hampshire 115 for the NFRL Berserker Series, round number 16, getting set to go green here in just a moment, about 7 minutes. Currently under qualifying conditions as we sort ourselves around the racetrack. As these drivers go ahead and qualify ourselves, we're going to go ahead and step to the side real quick as we play the national anthem. Or as that, remove your hats as we salute our nation's colors. K-Man wants to present our series sponsors here for tonight. Next Level Racing, Crockett Creek, and Butt Kicker. Next Level Racing, founded in 2009, Next Level Racing is the world's leading simulation brand revolutionizing simulations with its industry-leading product range. Check out all their products on nextlevelracing.com. Crockett Creek offers tasty jerky in several varieties that are uniquely flavored and deeply satisfying. Check out their website on crockettcreek.com or buy their products in your nearest grocery store. Butt Kicker, the one and only tool used for simulating the car vibrations on the sim. Attach it anywhere on the rig and you're set to go. Butt Kicker. Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Use code NORSE20 to get all 20% off on all Butt Kicker products. That is NORSE 20 on the bottom side of your screen. As the field sets its up for this green, currently under qualifying conditions as of right now. Yeah. Seeing some drivers qualify out on the racetrack. We'll go ahead and pull up points on how this outlook of tonight's race will be. Everybody marked in asterisks is secure into the chase, and the first one out is going to be the number 13 at Chase Sponsors. 5 points out as of right now. Tyler Logan's 10 points out, so everybody from 13th on back needs a real good race for something to go their way, or the top 12 have to have something go bad, and that it's very tight for 11th and 12th right now. So if Evan or Bryson screw up, Chase and Tyler are just going to be right on them. Kirk Marble can capitalize as well. He's only 11 points back of where Tyler is, but he's going to have a good run. But we've seen Kirk have good runs before. He had a good run last week. I forgot where, but watch out for that number 61 of Kirk Marble. Work himself currently 15th in the points as of right now. But next week is Talladega, so that's going to be a toss-up race on how that'll turn out. I'm pretty excited to say on how that'll all go, honestly, because everything is just going to be so hectic once it comes around to Talladega, because, well, it's Talladega. Anything could happen. Last week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway over the number 44 of Zach Nichols. Speaking of the number 44, he is not here tonight. It's actually Lucas Cram in the number 44 yet again this week. But we're hoping to see Zach here. Maybe he could join in with just about 3 minutes remaining, but Zach currently not on the track as of right now. So that point lead is going to be affected, and John qualified himself in P2. We'll see where he comes out here for tonight's race with a nice second place run. Qualifying order is going to be shown on the left hand side of the screen as drivers fight for as much grip around the racetrack, as much to whip themselves around. We'll take a look at a couple of drivers on the racetrack as of right now. Number 57, Kyle Smalley, making himself forward. He left a whole tire track into 3, but Smalley puts himself right up off the corner. Across the start-finish line he goes. Still just in P6. I'm waiting for Evan Rice. He's the other car left on the racetrack. John Furness, 82. He's currently second in points, but he can retake if he has a good night here at New Hampshire, he will most likely take the points lead. If you're not just joining us here for tonight, welcome here live for the New Hampshire 115 NFRL Berserker Series, round number 16. Actually a couple more races to go until the chase. So points and positions are definitely going to matter here, especially at such a skinny racetrack. I mean, New Hampshire is wide itself, but the groove is very tight. So I'd imagine the bumper being used throughout the race, coming toward the later end of the stages. But since this is a short track, I'm expecting a lot of contact as well. But we shall see on how it will go. But as we get ourselves here set for this green flag, yeah, John is currently just taking laps around the racetrack. Nobody else is taking laps. Evan Rice is sitting on the edge of pit road as of right now. So only 18 people qualified in this race. I think a total of 25 showing their faces here for tonight. So The points, they don't change from race to race. Like, for an example, I think ISRC does that, ISCAR does that, Laura does that as well. They don't change race to race. They keep a static points lineup. So I think first gets 43 no matter the consequence. So here we go, getting ourselves set up for the green flag. Your order will be shown in front of your screen. Congratulations to that number, the 46, Ryan Libby. To pick up the pole here for tonight, John Fern is going to be starting alongside of him in that number 82. Lucas Cram in that number 44 is going to start row number 3. Start in third of Vince Marsh in P number 4. Kirk Marble, Kyle Smalley going to round out row number 3. Kyle, one of the drivers we're going to watch as he's sitting within the top 12. Kirk as well. He's definitely one of the drivers to watch here for tonight. Carl Hanwork, one of the 3 secure in the chase, has a win. Came at Texas in the first round. We'll see how he does here for tonight. Chase sponsor, the first person out of the chase as of right now. Chase is in his name. We'll see if he could budge himself into the top 12 in points. Tyler Logan fell 5 spots after last week because he didn't show up at Las Vegas. So he's looking to rebound here for tonight. J.R. Hager in that number 6, starting in 10th. The rest of the order is going to be shown on your screen. Find your favorite driver, and hopefully he wins it to here for tonight. Some drivers to keep note of: Evan Rice, Bryson Clark, Chase Bonser, Tyler Logan. 10th through 14th, they're all going to be the ones to watch here for tonight. Because with more and more race to go, and Talladega coming around for next week, it's going to be interesting on how these drivers are going to play their cards here for tonight. There's the order right in front of your screen as these drivers grid themselves up here for this fantastic afternoon. Speaking of weather going to be shown on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 102 on the racetrack, so not too hot. Wind going south at 6 miles per hour. The track temp has 102. Humidity at 1%. Race analysis is going to be shown on the right-hand side of the screen. The length is 115 laps, about 120 miles in total. Going to be right here for tonight. Pit window every 55 to 60. Pit road speed is 45 miles per hour. Welcome to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. A little over a mile. The corners are variable banked to all the way to 7 degrees, all the way against the safer barrier. The straightaways, it looks flat, but it's actually not 1 degree of banking. Just to go ahead and support the cars on entry. Straightaways at both 1,500 feet. As the field gets themselves set up, they're planning, I think, to do a tribute to Kobe Bryant on lap number 24. But we'll have to see once. We'll have to see on how that'll turn out to get ourselves set up for this green flag. Base car works itself onto pit road this time by. The green flag is going to go ahead and show itself here for this 115 lap event. My name is Ingrid Reyes, and for just joining us here for tonight, New Hampshire 115 NFRL Berserker Series going green. Whoa! 81. Bonser keeps it off the wall, but he got clipped. He's going to fall a ton of spots. We're looking 3. Real dangerous around there. In the meantime, up front, Ryan Libby. Not the first laps he's led this season. We've seen him run up front before, but just hasn't had the speed to really capitalize on Zach and John. But here that number 46 is. He's up front as Vince Marsh washes up the track. He's going to get all the way back to 5th place. Bonser's going to have to make up a lot of time. He's one of the fastest drivers on the racetrack, and that number 81 got hit as he entered 3, washed up the racetrack for 4, and unfortunately That number 81 is stuck back all the way to 14th. Side-by-side action right here as Kyle Smalley works himself to the low side. Vince tried to cross him over, and Ford did not clear at the right time to go ahead and pull out a crossover. But in the meantime, at number 57, Kyle Smalley works himself into the top 5. Vince falls back a spot. Vince currently running P10 in points. Needs as many points as he can to keep himself secure. Into the chase.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag is out for the first time tonight as we have a wreck down the back straightaway and cars turn sideways, and I think it's the number 18, Presley Gilson. I mean, not Presley, but Pete. And that'll probably ruin his chase hopes, unfortunately, because he was running 18th at the time before New Hampshire rolled around. So we'll see what happened to him right up off of turn number 2. Oh man, he made contact with one of the drivers who is looking to go into the chase. Looks like the 18 just bounced off the wall. I mean, he drove off the wall. Didn't hit it or anything. He got loose. The car caught sideways in Bonser. Nowhere to go. And now Bonser has to go in salvage mode, and he has to be really upset as of right now because, oh man, the 46 tried to whip out a pit road, but he couldn't. So we will have some green flag pit stops, but as I said, Bonser's not going to be happy about that one because obviously he got booted up first lap, and with a lot of right side damage, it's just not going to help. You need a solid night here for this race, and unfortunately, a lot of right side damage. As I go ahead and whip the Rick Allen term, chase implications here at New Hampshire, even though we're not in the chase, but that chase bubble is starting to fade away for Chase Bonser. There he is on pit road. He's getting some damage repaired as they head off of pit road. Don't know who won the race off of pit road, but the first one out with tires and such looks to be that number 46, Ryan Libby. Wanted to pull out, got caught by the tires, and he had to come in. So your pole sitter, that number 46, hits pit road. And he'll have to be starting in 8th place. Field works off of turn number 4. Lucas Graham will be your leader for this restart. The top 7 staying themselves out in the racetrack as we work ourselves to the start-finish line. Hopefully we'll get the one-to-go signal this time by. Everybody's still on the lead lap after that big wreck off of turn number 2. Pete Gilson's most likely going to be out of contention for the win for this one. Chase Bonser and that number 81. A ton of damage to that right side. We'll have to see on how his car keeps up. We're coming to the green flag this time by. Field works 2 by 2, and it's going to be the 44 Lucas Cram electing the inside lane for the restart. That means the 61 of Kirk Marble yet again running towards the top 5. His He's looking for a nice strong run here. If he takes the green flag this time by, back up the way here at New Hampshire for the first restart. Thank you for subscribing. Whoa, way up the track, the 61 of Kirk Marble. He's going to lose a ton of positions. He sailed it off into 1. Doesn't lose as much as I thought he would, but he's only side by side for 7th and 8th. It's number 46, Ryan Libby, who wants to work himself forward after he pitted. This 61 at Kirk. Falls all the way back to 6th place, now the hands of 7th. He's on salvage mode right now on those old tires. Has to keep himself as clean as possible. As look at the battling right behind. All sorts of drivers, all sorts of sideways, and look at that, just about 4 wide action, but still 3 wide right up off the corner. And there's a bunch of cars in this mix. In the meantime, up front, Lucas Cram is trying to pull away from the 82, John Furness. 22 stars right now. Full train all the way to that number 6, or that number 53 of Joseph Kizek. Side by side right behind, and I think that's the 5 of Tyler Logan. Peeks himself to the inside of that number 9 of Derek Winter. Right above the exit, clear for position. They're still looking to work around some slower traffic. Field works right up off the corner. Completing lap number, I think, 13 out of 115. Only just about a 10th of the way through here for tonight's 150 lapper. John Furness, the number 82. Kyle Smalley, the 57. Themselves right up off the corner. Top 2 slowly pulling away. Libby, who pitted the first caution, is trying to find a way around that number 21 of Liam Sheen. Sheen gets real sideways. Well, actually, he's just going to disconnect. Pull himself to the side. Number 21 will. Libby. Move up and forward a little bit. Battle for 6th place, and it's the number 5 of Tyler Logan, the 61 of Kirk Marble, going to go right at it. Logan wants to go. Logan, one of the people outside that top 12. He needs a real good point, a real good shot, I guess you could say. Get himself in this not finale, but chase, as he gets 61 gets real low start right off the corner. 5's gonna have a shot at him in the 3. Not close enough though. Libby's worked himself up into 3rd place with old tires, new tires, excuse me. But he has a long ways to go all the way in front of him. That's the 82 of John Furness, the 44 of Lucas Cram. Lucas already has 1 win in the season as, the 61 tags the wall right up off of 2. They're yet again going to go side by side. Here comes the 5, Logan. He shoves himself to the inside, slide job into 3. Well, not really much of a slide job. He slid himself in front of that 61. No clear for that position. That'd be P6, and Logan pulls himself a point forward. working to 1 and 2. Look at this 3 wide action right behind as well. It's the number 6 of J.R. Hager, who's on the low side as they're about to make contact. The 53 of Kizik. Not slapped the wall, but he scraped the wall right up off the corner. He's going to shove himself to the high side of that 6. Oh, he overshot it just a slight. Winter's going to be the holdup to that number 6, Hager. So work right up off the corner, side by side to the start-finish line. Some good racing going on throughout the field. They're still just about side by side. You see the tire marks being laid down as they work themselves around the corner. The front straightaway, ooh, near contact as the 53 of Kizik about lost it off of 2. Now Kizik, real huge overshoot. Can he shove himself to the outside of the 6? Yeah, he can. I'm very surprised. He drifted all the way to the 5th lane and he's side by side to the start-finish line yet again. Still trying to work themselves around this number 9 machine of Derek Winter. Winter's this semi-holdup to these drivers as you see. Oh, Kizik tags the wall right up off the corner. You saw it in the bumper cam, and the 77 of Mark Stryker works himself into the top 10. He's going to go to the inside. Kizik's not having the car, not having real drive right up off the corner to get anywhere. It's the 4 of Manwork who wants to take the challenge to the inside. Pretty fair as of right now. This top 2, though. Lucas Graham started himself in 1st place. Is in his highest place, obviously. The top position. Started all the way in 3rd, and that's the lowest he's been. We'll see if we can keep the throne as the number 82 of Furnace is slowly catching. Definitely caught him there.
Yellow flag is out.
Yellow flag. And this is for the Kobe Bryant tribute. Of course, on January 26th, a tragic accident took place involving the 9 passengers on board. I'm trying not to tear up yet again, but just mentioning his name just holds so much. Not just to the NBA community, but the sports community as a whole. Everyone involved, obviously. A huge loss. A 24, Connor Crichton, stays himself out on the racetrack to go ahead and salute. And a tip of the hat to him as I'm trying to refresh his paint. Right now, it's currently displayed white. These drivers working themselves on the pit road as of right now. Waiting for that 24 scheme to load up. But of course, Connor staying himself out on the racetrack to go ahead and pay tribute. To the NBA All-Star. obviously in the number 24 here for tonight. I'm trying to refresh his paint, but unfortunately it came out. It's not refreshing to his updated paint. I see a couple of drivers who are running some slight bit of tribute to Kobe himself. The 82 John Furness is running some gold and purple numbers. We'll scroll through the field and see if any more are given the tip of the hat. Chris Wood in the number 91. Gold and purple. Running a blank scheme. I don't know if it's a tribute scheme, but if it is, obviously good for great for him to give Kobe a well-deserved honor. Field doubles up for the next restart. That we're going to crank it up for you. This is the New Hampshire 115 NFRL Berserker Series round number 16. We're going to crank it up for Kobe Bryant.
Green flag, green flag.
For the lead. To the outside, the number 82, John Furness, finally found a slot around that number 44, Lucas Cram. He tugs himself to the high side of the racetrack to go ahead and gain as much momentum right up off the corner. Wants to try to win the side. Can he do it? No, he can't. New leader. The number 82, John Furness. Oh, they make contact and around goes the 82.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, and he tags the 14. Oh my goodness. Yikes. Hard racing towards the front leads up to contact. That does throw the caution out. The 82 of Furness is going to keep 5th. But I don't know what to really to say about that. Looks like I think Cram just well, just hard racing for the lead. And you see the 14, Vince Marsh, tag that number 82. We'll see on how severe the damage is, but the right front of the 44 and the left rear, that number 82, is definitely going to be damaged. The way Furness's car hopped up, I'm pretty sure that looked to be like netcode, but I am not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. But what Cram had a huge wiggle into one right around there. You see him wiggle, but Furness tried to come down and cut right across to that number 44. Unfortunately, they made contact. The field hits pit road yet again. I think Lucas is probably going to elect to go ahead and repair for some damage. We'll have to see, but some drivers might no, they did. Well, actually, I think they did. Yeah, 2-tire call. Derek Winter's going to put himself to the front. So that means Lucas is going to be in P2. Looks like not a lot of damage enough to go ahead and stop for repair. But he does lose the lead either way. So now just joining us here for tonight, 81 laps remaining on the racetrack. 34 laps have been complete. Currently working on a 3rd caution of the day after contact with the leaders. Up toward the front. With that 80 laps to go. About 5 lead changes overall. A couple of them under caution, but probably going to be a highlight as of right now. Is that man in the lead, that number 9, is Derek Winter. Winter, I don't even know if he's up. Yeah, he's 5th in points as of right now. So Derek obviously needs a good run to be where he is. I think he did pick up a win. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. No, he's 0 wins. 0 wins on his back in the series. Still looking for his first. Has a total of 1 top 5, but really consistent with top 10s. 6 top 10s. Has made multiple starts. I probably think he's made every single race. If he has, that plays a huge advantage to him. But there he is. He's going to elect the outside for the restart. The 44, Lucas Cram, works himself back onto pit road, and that is probably a penalty that he's going to have to serve after that contact with the 82 of John Furness, but he puts himself back in and out and slides himself to the rear. Went ahead and topped off on fuel, but the 44 goes to the rear because of the contact. And here we go, getting set up. We got a lot of new faces in this top 5. It's Winter, Smalley, Libby, Rice, and Marble. Getting set for the green flag. The pace car slides itself onto pit road. Green.
Green's out. Green flag.
Away
Green
here in
flag.
New Hampshire. Oh, the 4 got turned.
Yellow, yellow,
Kizik
yellow.
gets involved. Holy crap. There's a lot of cars that just flew to the inside wall. But they avoid it, though. One of them was the 81 of Bonser. They're still piling in. The 77 Mark Stryker's in it. The 18 Gilson's in it. Kizik's in it. There's one car turned in the background. That's Connor Crichton. Oh, man. What a mess. And we'll see what happened down the back, as I think the first car to get sideways was the 4. And look how many cars just fly towards the inside wall. They do take the road course portion of it to go ahead and avoid, but we'll take an aerial view. And of course, the first car to get turned, that number 4 machine. Handwork got loose right up off the corner, and Hager just nosed into the outside. 53, 4, 77. How about the 22, Alan Dobbs sort of sneaking through? I mean, oh, he tagged the wall, unfortunately. Oh, as the 77 and 4 were just sneaking up on the track, and oh no. Oh. He had the wreck missed. I guess that'll be our big one, as at least half the field was involved in that big mess. Look how many cars just piled in. I don't know who that is. The blue car, I think. Was that Kizik? No, it wasn't. It was the... one. Well, either way, we got a lot of cars involved in that wreck. Probably the biggest wreck I've seen in this series. And that was... somebody got aggressive on the restart. And the blue car was Kevin Foster in the 83. There he is. We got a lot of cars that are damaged right now. Heavy hits in that wreck. And multiple bubble contenders were involved in that. Bonser was one of them. Vince Marsh snuck himself through. Mark Stryker, I think he got a piece of it as well. Bonser. Gotta go a lap down, unfortunately. Or the first one. Go a lap down. Because of that, the one who got the penalty, the 44, Lucas Cram. He's gonna be back in 9th. He started himself all the way in like just about 22nd. There he is, P9. It's been a while since I've seen a wreck like that. Well, in this series specifically, there's just so many clean drivers here. I just not expecting. That came out of nowhere. But the way this track is just built, of course, there's bound to be contact. And unfortunately, nowhere to go for anybody. The car just slides rather than... there's not really any banking on the racetrack for the car to slide anywhere. I mean, to slide to a specific spot. Hence why everybody gunned for the bottom. Well, I mean, you're always gunning for the bottom while avoiding wrecks. I think it was just a bad place, bad time. Green flag.
Green's out. Green flag. Green
Winter,
flag.
the one who elected with 2 tires, has a nice jump over that number 57 of Smalley. They work into 1. Smalley washing up the racetrack just a slight. 82 Furnace dead sideways right up off of turn number 2. Keeps the car wood straight. That was a big moment for that number 82 as the number 8 of Evan Rice wanted to go ahead and peek into the mix. Evan, haven't really talked about him in that number 8 machine. He's number 6. Across the start-finish line, currently battling it out with another driver who is within that chase bubble, and that's the number 5 of Tyler Logan. So Rice currently P11 in points, Tyler P14. With Talladega coming up next week, this is probably going to be the race in which they need to set the bar for how they're going to tackle down Talladega. Cram works himself to the inside. Well, he attempts to around that number 8 machine. Of course, he got the penalty and put himself back on the pit road. He's now working himself toward that top 5. Works himself down the 8 of Evan Rice, and now Logan's going to be up on him. So we're right up off the corner. Bit of side-by-side action, and clear right there, and well, I haven't even mentioned it. Oh, around goes the 57. Kyle Smalley keeps the car straight. No caution is called, but a lot of contact in 1 and 2 boots Smalley off the track. And Smalley, he's running P7 in points as of right now. He too, another driver not really secure all the way. So semi-chase implications right there. He drops all the way back to 21st position. Not only that, he has a bunch of damage on that machine. In the meantime, toward the front of the field, Ryan Libby has retaken the throne. And he now has Kirk Marble, that number 61, in tow. Side-by-side action here, the 82, John Furness. Works himself to the low side. He wants to get back up toward the front, contact with the 9. Oh, the 9 gets loose, hits the 82, and that'll end his chance. Most likely, oh, Vince piles into the mess. And that destroys John Furness's chance of winning it and retaking the points lead. And Marsh, you see his car right there, junked. Take a replay again. Same situation. I wouldn't really say same situation, but same point of contact. You'll see the 9 of Winter. I think he either got right there, got loose right up off a corner. Unfortunately, the 82 is a victim of circumstances. Slides up the track, the 14 gunned for a hole, and it closed up on him, and Marsh finds himself dead into the tire barriers. Not actually dead in real life, but his car is absolutely killed. Oh. Honestly, I think hitting the tires did more damage than hitting the 82 of John. Pit road opened this time by, and we see some drivers taking on in for 4 fresh goodies. In and out of pit road they go, and the first one out is the 46 of Ryan Libby, whose things gone his way. Number 46 of Ryan. Well, another driver whose things have gone his way is the 44, Lucas Cram. Even though Cram made a bit of contact there with the number 82 of Furnace into 1, he's rebounded. He got the penalty. The caution came out. He moved himself into P7 after everybody else pit. Staying out on the racetrack is going to put him back in front. We'll see how that right front is on that machine. I don't think it's too severe. So last time they pitted. There's Lucas in that number 44. Has a bit of rear end damage on that machine, but Cram been looking nice as of right now. Started himself in 3rd. Lowest all the way down to 22nd place. Wasn't there for long as the caution came out. Things are just going his way as of right now. I would sort of say this is a semi-toss-up as well, because usually the most dominant person is not in tonight's field. Zach Nichols, and usually the number 44, is not here for tonight. Here we go, setting our sights on this green flag, the 44 of Lucas Cram. Will lead the field to the restart. Has led the most laps all day. Yet to come up on the halfway point.
Green's out. Green flag.
Green flag is out. We're up and away here at New Hampshire. Couple of close teammates toward the front. It's Lucas Cram, J.R. Hager. I know these two have worked together before. We've seen it in ISRC and iStar. These two are pretty close. Decide to stay out on the racetrack. Oh, the 46 clips the 6. Nice save by J.R. Hager as he keeps himself straight right up off the corner. Trying to get a bite off to get a run down the backstretch. Contact! The 61 goes around. And oh, Striker piles in. Oh, the 6. Hager flies up, sets the car back on all 4. Wow, I was just giving him some good remarks, but he got loose right up off the corner. That's basically a big trend we've been seeing. Many drivers just keep losing it. Not like dead off the straightaway. I mean, dead off of 2. They're dead off the straightaway. On the straightaway, excuse me, not off it. Hager, again, cut down to go ahead and shorten up. He just... Oh, that sucks for Kurt. Look at the amount of drivers that just pile up on the high side. Furnace is involved. 81 of Bonser's involved again. Kizik's in it. You'll see the 77 of, I think that's Mark Stryker, tried to squeeze himself to the high side on board of him as he snuck himself, well, at least attempted to. But there was just cars piling up on the high side, and the 61 was in the way, a big hit. Right there. Now, with so many people damaged, this race is just now a battle for attrition. That'll put us with 6 cautions in total. Last week we had only 4 cautions. A couple weeks prior, it was no cautions since we were at a road course. The week before that, we had 12. Well, I guess the moon is just full here for tonight. These drivers are just riled up. It's gonna be that kind of day, isn't it? .44 Cram is back up front. So we eliminated another contender, the 61 of Kirk Marble. Unfortunately, Kirk was running 3rd at the time, I think. At the time of the contact. Kirk already had damage prior, but definitely wasn't slowing him down. But unfortunately, that damage he got from this caution is definitely going to slow him down. That's going to give a huge hit to the amount of points that he's going to get from tonight. Running P14 points. We'll have to just see where he comes out of all this mess. Pace car going to aim itself onto pit road. The 44 Lucas Cram. He's been up front ever since the couple of cautions in which he stayed out in. He's 22 laps logged on his tires, but that does include caution laps. Pace car slides itself on the pit road. Back green here at Hampshire.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Oh! There's Winter tagged the wall off of 2. A bit of PTSD. Boy, the sky's getting a bit hazy. I don't know if that's just me or what, but it's coming down to crunch time. I'd be awkward if the sun would set right now, but just noticed how yellow the sky got. Meanwhile, toward the front, 44 Lucas Tram. Yeah, I just Lucas Tram. I meant Lucas Cram. He's trying to hold off Ryan Libby in that number 46. Side-by-side action right behind, around with a car without a front-end bumper. I think that's the 22 Alan Dobbs. Looking. This is a multi-group track. The drivers trying to look around for as much grip as they could find. But as of right now, they can't really find it. I know wooden drivers who has found the most amount of grip. Number 46, Orion Libby. He wants to go. He is there. He's just knocking on the panel. That number 44. Just a matter of time before he passes him. Side-by-side action right behind. This is Chris Wood, one of the rookie drivers making his first start here tonight in the NFRL Berserker series. Making himself to the inside of that number 24, Connor Crichton. Connor got involved in the last wreck as he tags the wall right up off the corner. Lots of drivers getting tight or loose. Tagging the wall right up off the two as he really sailed himself in. He might hit the wall again. Connor is His car is just not working up to his favor. He's back into fourth, unfortunately. Chris Wood. He's having a nice day as of right now. That number 91. Currently P8. Started in 23rd, which was his lowest. Changed up just about 50 positions. Meanwhile, the fight for the lead is heating up. The 46 of Libby is trying his best to hold off the 44, and you see how sideways Cram is right up off the corner. These drivers are sliding all over the place. Cram washes up the racetrack. Libby wants to go ahead and push. Of course, him with newer tires is a definite advantage. Last time Cram pitted was 15 laps prior to where Libby pitted. Libby gonna drive it to the low side. Cram wants to shut the door on him, but as they head right up off the corner, oh man, the 44 getting real loose. The 46 of Libby works himself to the low side. New leader, back up front. The man who started up front leads it. At number 44, Ryan Libby. Cram's fighting back though. He doesn't want to let that lead go. If both of these drivers were on equal tires, I think it would have been a different story. I think Cram would have been pulling away from that number 46, but we'll have to see and wait for that long run to kick in. In the meantime, some drivers to highlight. That number 8 of Evan Rice. One of the drivers who's... I think Rice is P11 in points. He's one of the drivers that we have to highlight. He's running in third as of right now. A great run for him. Bryson Clark as well, P12 in points. These drivers who are within the chase bubble are having a nice run as of right now. But Tyler Logan, who's P13 in points, he is running top 5. And he has Handwork in tow, who's securing the chase already. But Chase Bonser, I think, is laps down. He's 13 laps down on pit road, so with another bad night by Bonser, I think that'll open the door up for Tyler Logan to go ahead and move up a spot. But you also have to keep in mind, there was a driver that did not show within this top 12. And that was Matt Kemp, number 48, who did not show. He's yet to show up for some races. I haven't seen that 48 on the racetrack, I think ever since, ever since Watkins Glen. Actually, no, not even Watkins Glen, I don't think. Kemp runs P8, says it right now. Fight for the lead is heating up. Well, it's trying to reheat up as Cram wants to pull up to the back side of that number 46 Libby. We got a train for P3. As the field is led around by the number 8 of Evan Rice. Look at all these drivers running multiple lines throughout the racetrack to gain as much grip as they can. Battle for position here is Bryson Clark. Tyler Logan. Logan peeks to the inside. He has a run. What can he do with it? Well, it looks like he didn't pick up the throttle in time. That's going to open up the door for the 4 of Handwork. Dives himself to the inside. The 5 washes up the racetrack. That's just going to benefit the 4 even more. Logan wants to pinch right off of exit, though. And he gets the run down the front straightaway. The 5 across the start-finish line first. The 4 of Handwork has the inside on entry. They're still locked side by side, though. It's who could get off the throttle. I mean, who could get on the throttle, back off of exit. That's where you gain all your time at. Don't be alarmed now if this thing goes green all the way. We're going to have a fuel run. Just throwing it out there. Pit window is every 55 to 60. Libby has been on the racetrack for a solid 24 laps. Or it might even be further. It might be even 60. But we'll have to see. Libby's going to be close on fuel. Cram most likely won't make it. He's not going to make it on fuel. He's going to have to log 80 laps total on that tank of gas. So he has to hope for a caution, in which he might have one, because look at this pack right behind. They are stacking up. Now, that 8 of Rice is falling back. All these drivers having a good run. Yep, I was just talking about it. Around goes Rice. Is he going to save it? No! Clips the 5 of Logan, who slides up the track. The caution flag is out. And Tyler Logan, who was running P14 in points at the time of the caution, is jumped. Evan Rice as well was involved. He's running P11 in points. These two are going to get a big hit off of this caution, and that just benefits the 44 Lucas Cram, who couldn't make it all the way around to the checkered flag. Field stacks back up into 3 as the drivers attempt to go ahead and catch up to the field. All right, pit road opens this time by. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to slide on in. Well, we see a 2-tire call. We'll have to see, but all these drivers heading on the pit road. This is going to be the money stop. It only benefits Cram in that number 44 because I know he's real good on short runs. And Cram nailed his pit stop. My goodness. You might win the race off of pit road. Or will he? We got a driver who's coming off. Whoa! Just about 3 wide off of the exit. And it looked to be, I think, the 44 or the 40. Well, I mean, it's either the 44 or the 46. But there were 3 wide as Clark was plowing through. But looks like the 46, Ryan Libby, wins the race off of pit road. And that was a close call. He's going to control the restart for the next green flag. Libby, who started himself on pole, has yet to lead the most amount of laps. Has led 21 all day. Cram has led 37. For now, just joining us here for tonight, we go ahead and thank you all for joining us here for the New Hampshire 115 NFRL Berserker Series, round number 16 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in Loudon, New Hampshire, in the United States of America. Currently, we're under caution for the 7th time tonight. We're bound to have more at this trend. 50 green flag laps. Nearly 30 have been logged under. Actually, more than 50, excuse me. more than 50 green flag laps. We're coming down to crunch time. With 35 laps remaining. Oh boy, it's anybody's game. Will it be Libby, who finally picks up his first? Will it be Cram picking up his second? Or will it be anybody in the back half of the field who's yet to show their speed? As we get stacked up here double wide yet again, it's all probably going to matter on how this restart will play out. Libby elects the inside. We'll see if he can get a good jump to go in front of that 44 Lucas Cram. All that pace car has to do is just hit pit road and get out harm's way. And here comes the field. Double file. We're green. And Libby with a great jump over the 44 Cram. It's all that matters on who gets into one. Very smoothly. The 44 closed up the gap. Work down the backstretch. Whoa, one driver's way sideways. He slaps another down the center of the straightaway. In the meantime, up front, Lucas Cram is trying to find a way around that 46. We're talking about his short run speed. Here he is showing his strength. On board with a 46 of Libby. Side by side action right behind. This is the 15 and Dave Fuge. Haven't talked about him in that number 15. The 4 of Carl Handwerk is also in this mix as well. As they duke it out for a top 10 spot. They're still side by side right up off of exit. Floating around as of right now. He's trying to get as much speed right up off the corner. Derek Winter, I think that was Derek. No, it wasn't. It was Connor Crichton, who got dead sideways off of 2. Opens up the door for 2. And that'd be Carl Handwerk and Evan Rice. There's Crichton. Right behind him, that's Dave Fuge. Oh man, that's Pete Gilson who wants to take a charge at him. To that number 15, Dave Fuge. To the inside of the track. Haven't talked about that number 15. One of the newer drivers on the NFRL Berserker series. Currently in 10th, as high as 7th. Lowest is 23rd. Started all the way in 17th. Dog's probably going to find me for pronouncing last names again for that one. Cram's there. He has a cleaner car than that 46. It just matters on how it'll go for Ryan Libby, that number 46 machine. He's keeping himself lower on the racetrack towards the middle portion where you can get more momentum. Speaking of momentum, you see a bit of 3-wide action all the way around. I think that's Kevin Foster in the number 83. Haven't talked about him all day as he slides it. And oh, the 15 nearly doors him in the center of the corner. They go side by side right up off of the corner. My goodness, these drivers are all over each other toward the rear of the field. Cram's there. Just how you're going to pass is going to be the question. Just these two drivers by themselves. Nobody else to intervene. Who can intervene, though, is the 57 is Smalley. has a clean enough car to work himself toward there, toward these top two. He's currently sitting a second and a half behind the 44 of Cram. Smalley has been in victory lane once. Happened at Daytona. That race went green all the way for some reason. He's probably going to be a contender yet again coming next week at Dega. It's going to be a fun one to watch once those drivers take the green flag. And here we go, Cram's on that 46. It's just a matter of who gets the momentum right up off the corner. My goodness, Cram just using up as much space as he needs to aim a run down the straightaway. Lap car, number 81, and Chase Bonser is going to play a bit of a factor on where these drivers are going to go. They go to the inside. Look how deep Libby is driving it in to keep himself tucked to that bottom side of the racetrack just to protect right up off the corner. Because of that, the 46, Libby, is having to drive off the corner more shallower than that number 44, Lucas Cram. Cram, he could out-track the corner since he has enough momentum to do that. But now they're starting to stay in line with each other. Libby may be mirror driving. Working on 93 out of 115. These top two are littered all over each other. Look at the battle right behind. Driver without a front end. Oh yeah, that's Bonser. Getting himself out of the way as Derek Winter, 4, Carl Hanwork, 91, Chris Wood. These drivers working around the lap car, number 81. Up front, it's getting close. It might become physical because the 44 Cram, the more these laps just tick off, the more impatient he's going to get. There's going to be a couple of lap cars to get in this battle. They're probably going to play a factor in how this will shape out to be. Or are they going to catch first? And it's where they're going to catch them. It's not who. We caught the 77 of Mark Stryker down the middle of the straightaway, but the 6 of J.R. Hager is being a holdup to that number 46 of Libby. Hager, he still stayed with him off of exit. That's going to allow the 44 of Cram to get a run. He's going to peek to the low side. Wow, the 46 sailed it deep. That's as deep as you could go into the corner. What a drive by the 46 to keep himself up front and prevent that 44 Cram having a passing opportunity in 3. It's down to these 2 cars. Smalley's not going to be in this mix, but the looks of it, he's 2 seconds back. The whole field is just about left in the dust. Cram, my goodness, he's laid all over the 46 of Ryan Libby. On board with a 46, Libby trying to roll the center, bottom of the racetrack. The apron, just a slight. Oh, look at the 44 Cram get real loose right up off the corner. Loses a car length, but he can regain it back by shoving his car into the corner. Libby slipped the corner. Here comes the 44 to the inside. Great battling for this top position. And it's still Cram who's trying to find a ways around that number 46 of Libby. Some good battling going on right behind as well, as here we go. Oh, the 44 got real loose that time again. I think he lost more that time than he did the previous time. But this is where the 46 of Libby shines best on his long run. He's now starting to slowly pull away from that number 44 unless the 44 of Lucas wants to go ahead and try a dive bomb move into the corner, I think Libby has this thing secure in the bag if this thing goes green all the way. Because Libby has been straightforward. It's good to have clean air because even though this is a short track, space does matter here. The 44 Cram, the way he's running the racetrack, he is wearing up all the tires trying to pass that number 46 of Libby. And Libby's just minding his own business. He's just minding his own business. Look at that. It's now .2. All Libby has to do is just hit his marks and defend. He doesn't need to block. He just needs to defend. He's doing so. So we might have a blown motor. Striker in the 77 puts himself back on the pit road. Blown motor on that machine. He's done for. 15 laps to go. Cram closed up the door again. I mean, closed up the gap, not the door. Not Cram, Libby. Excuse me. Now the question is, with these V7 tires, it matters on who saves the most. Who saves the most amount of tire. These tires matter more on this version rather than the previous one. Cram all the way to the apron of the racetrack trying to find some grip. Libby got a nice pull in 3. I think he's going to slowly start to pull away as the 44 Cram is sideways. 13 laps to go, and this is Libby's biggest lead. All he has to do is just slowly pull away from that number 44 of Cram. Was that Cram's last shot, or will there be a caution to reset the order yet again? And in my opinion, there will be a caution. Last, I think. We've had a very controversial trend of late race yellows. Actually, not really controversial, but how do I put it? I guess you could call it controversial. We always have late race yellows in NFRL, though. You can't count out late race yellow. These people, when those laps wind down, the intensity rate starts to pick up. But the way these people are fanned out, this thing might go. Okay. Look at that. We go back and eye the lead, and 44 Cram. He's back to the 46's bumper. So he's losing so much time right up off of exit. Not working to his favor. Battling back here for P6, it's Derek Winter, Evan Rice, Chris Wood all in this battle. As they work themselves into one. Both of them as close as these top two are with each other. Work right up off of exit. Libby takes the 9 to go. Has Cram used up all his potential? Or has Libby been too sluggish for that 44? Has Libby pushed it too hard for this final run to last? Look at that. They're just using up all the racetrack. My goodness. Cram's only a 10th back. There's only 6 laps remaining. He has about 3 minutes to make something happen. He's there. He got a nice runoff of 2. He worked into 3. Cram wanted to look low. While the 46 drifted up the racetrack, Cram to the low side. Oh my gosh, he's credit card swiping that 46's bumper. 5 laps to go. Please don't end this with contact. Mark it as clean as you can. Both of those drivers real tight. Cram could use the bumper. It's probably the only way you could pass by using the bumper. It's 4 laps to go now. Cram, no pun intended, but he's cramming his car right on entry to close the gap to that 46 of Libby. Libby's having trouble of getting a run right up off the corner, but he's using that 3rd lane to his advantage. But that 3rd lane could only do you so much, because it's going to open up the bottom for Cram, who's been stabbing into the corner. 3 laps to go this time. Oh man, the 46 got real loose that time. He got loose into 1. Cram is there. He's just laying to the backside of that number 46. All right, 2 laps to go. Place your bets now. It's now or never for Cram, who's trying to get a good entry into 1. He whipped his car to the... Whipping his car into position into 1. Might have lost him a bit of momentum. He's still on the backside of the 46. The 46 of Libby gets loose. Won't have a late race yellow this time, I don't think. The leaders are already in the 3 and 4. If they want to wreck it now, it has to be a miracle. White flag this time by. 1 more lap to go here at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Lucas Cram now 2 tenths back of where Libby is running. He couldn't get there off of turn number 2, but oh man, Lucas got real loose off of 2. And that be it. Cram 1 last shot. Too far back. 46. Ryan Libby gonna lead the final laps after a crucial pit stop. Leads the most one and the most important one. Winner here at New Hampshire. Ryan Libby, congratulations. What a hard fought battle there. For that win, as we're seeing drivers cross the start and finish line. There's your winner. Ryan Libby picks up his first NFRL Berserker Series win here at New Hampshire, and he's going to burn it down on the front straightaway. And a well-deserved win. Lucas was pushing the issue, but he, on the last lap, Libby just flew. And that 46 is going to go ahead and do the donuts on the front. You got to give some respect there to the 44 Cram. He was coming. I mean, he could have laid the bumper to him and totally dumped him into the corner, but he raced him hard and clean. And Libby, in turn, came out the winner. Ryan Libby. Front up. We're going to go ahead and show the order here for tonight. In front of your screen, Libby, Cram, Smalley, Clark. Clark, a real good points night. He was running 12th at the time before the race started. We'll have to see on how these points will shuffle out. Bryson Clark, yeah, Carl Hanworth, top 5. Evan Rice, another driver within the chase bubble. Crichton, Gilson, Winter, Marble. Foster, Wood, Fuge, Logan, Dobbs, Gilson, Kizik, Vince Marsh, Bonser, Mark Stryker, J.R. Hager, John Furness, this is probably his first ever DNF in this series, Liam Sheen, John Houston, Chris Forrester round out the whole field here for tonight. We'll slide ourselves to the side as we go ahead and tag in our interviewers here just momentarily, interviewing the top 3. Ryan Libby, Lucas Cram, Kyle Smalley coming up next after these commercial breaks. Back here live for the New Hampshire 115 NFRL Berserker Series, round number 16. Go ahead and thank our league sponsors here for tonight. Next Level Racing, Crockett Creek Beef Jerky, as well as Butt Kicker as well. I nearly forgot all the league sponsors, but thank you for them for tagging on board for this broadcast. And we're going to go ahead and slide into the booth. That number 46 of Ryan Libby, and wow, man, what a drive to hold off that number 44 Lucas Cram. Oh my goodness, how did you save your tires and pull it off there at the end?
Well, that last pit stop, I knew Lucas was going to be coming because that previous caution we had, I had a little fresher tires than him and started pulling away, and then that last restart, I knew him and I were going to be equal because we had the equal set of tires, but you know, I saw him. He was diving in really hard, and I knew if I back my corner up, I can get a good center off. And this track is so hard to pass and get underneath someone without hitting anyone. You know, of course, I did get into a few people during the race, and I do apologize for that. But, you know, it's racing. It's hard racing here.
Right, man. Of course, a very interesting setup here for tonight. Of course, as you stated, you couldn't pass, as Cram was looking in, looking out, and all sorts of ways around you. Basically, the only way to pass, as you said, is the bumper. And fortunately for you, that crucial pit stop at the end paid off.
Yeah, it sure did. Definitely had a good pit stop. Made sure I lined up in the pit stall correctly and got out pretty quick. And like I said, I knew track position was going to be key. And, it was a great job by Lucas, my teammate as well, for running me clean. Feel bad for what happened to the other teammate there, John Furness. He was having a good run. Feel bad for him, but, it happens.
All right, 10-4, man. Ryan Libby started on pole and going to round himself out on the throne. Congratulations, Ryan. Before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank you for tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Next Level Racing, Butt Kicker, Crockett Creef Beef Jerky, Norse Forest Racing League, and of course Matthew and John Houston for putting this on every week, and for you also doing a broadcast. I watch it all the time. You do a great job.
All right, thanks, man, and congratulations on your win here for tonight, your first ever NFRL Berserker Series win. We'll go ahead and see you coming next week at Dega.
Thank you, sir.
That was Ryan Libby in the number 46, and we're going to slide in our runner-up of that number 44, Lucas Cram. Cram, man, with the amount of laps you had there, it seemed like track position was just key in that restart. I guess once the green dropped from that restart, you couldn't find a way around Ryan, I guess.
Yeah, it was definitely a ton of fun. That was probably the hardest I've driven in months for sure. It was such a fun duel there. Obviously, me and him are good buddies and teammates, so it was really fun to put on that good show. And I wanted to make sure I did it. If I passed him, I did it cleanly, as he raced me really in the previous run when I was holding him up. So I wanted to make sure that I kept it that way, and managed to race hard and obviously go for the win. But I didn't want to turn him, especially after I accidentally turned my other teammate John there. So it was a ton of fun. I felt like he definitely was a little bit faster than me within the last 15 laps there or so, but I feel like if I maybe could have gotten around him around that lap 90 mark, I maybe could have held him off for it, but we were pretty much even, so it was definitely a good duel.
Right, man. You were the only one of the only two drivers to pull away from the rest of the field, and you led a majority of laps there toward the middle portion of the race here for tonight. You decided to elect to stay out on the racetrack. Were tires not wearing as much as you thought?
Tires were fairly important. Obviously, it's a pretty worn out surface, so they were definitely pretty important. But with the cold tires, the first few laps, it's like you're gonna get run over, and so as long as you can pretty much keep it. I mean, track position is obviously so key at this racetrack, with pretty much being a single groove. So I knew that if I stayed out, I wouldn't drop back very far, and I kind of winded. It was like halfway. I was like, hey, I want to get out front. I got the UL for causing the caution, so it's kind of back in the pack, and I just wanted to get into clean air and not kind of just cruise. And really did not expect it to go green that long. I probably would have pitted had I known it gone green that long, but either way, I mean, it worked out for me in the end. I still got second. So, but yeah, they were definitely pretty worn for sure. But you could manage as long as you didn't wear them out too much.
All right, man. 10-4. Lucas Cran going to round himself out second after starting in third place. Before we let you go, man, any sponsors you want to thank you for tonight?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. A huge shout out to Next Level Racing, Butt Kicker, and Crockett Beef Jerky. All of them sponsored the league, so huge shout out to all of them. Huge shout out to Matt and John from the series on and officiating every week. Shout out to you for the great broadcast. Huge congrats there to Ryan on the win, and thank you for racing clean there. And shout out to everybody who's tuning in and watching the stream tonight.
All right, man. 10-4. Lucas Cram comes up short of the win. We'll go ahead and see you coming next week at Dega.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too. That was Lucas Cram, and that number 44 was close battle with Ryan Libby, but the person in P3 wasn't really in that top two battle, and number 57, Kyle Smalley, gets put into the booth. Smalley, you started yourself in 6th and rounded yourself out here 3rd for tonight. We were really focused in on you for this final run, but how did your run go there during the final portion of the race?
Yeah, it was good. I had nothing for Lucas and Ryan. They were checked out, but New Hampshire isn't really my best track, so I'm happy with the top 3.
Right, man. Big Rex taking out a lot of big names there, and you took advantage of it and put yourself in P3. How did things just play to your race overall?
It was pretty good. I avoided that wreck on the backstretch by inches, I think. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I spun myself out under Derek, I think, in turn 1, turn 2. So I had to work my way from the back again, and I got into Carl, I think, a few times. So it's just so tough to pass at this track. So I'm happy with the top 3.
Man, you started yourself in 6th, and you were up and down through the boards, and you round yourself off a solid 3rd place here for tonight. We're going to talk about a bit of chase scenario. Well, I see you're before this race happened, you're sitting P7 in points, so a really, really nice run to put yourself in P3 here for tonight. Obviously, the last time you've been in victory lane was at Daytona, so coming to next week at Talladega, what are you looking forward to there?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think I have a good cushion for Talladega for the chase, I think. But my goal next week is to help Connor try and get into the chase. Because he's right on the cushion, so I'm going to do everything I can to push him to a win.
All right, man. 10-4, Kyle Smalley going to round himself out 3rd here for tonight. Before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank here?
I just want to thank the league for putting this on. It's a lot of fun doing this every Tuesday night. John, he does a great job. And you for broadcasting this. I like watching the broadcast tomorrow after every race. So thanks everybody for doing this.
10-4, Kyle Smalley going to round himself out 3rd after starting in 6th place. Can't wait to see you coming next week.
Yes, sir. You have a good night.
You too. And that was the number 57 of Kyle Smalley. And with that being rounded up, we will congratulations to that number 46 of Ryan Libby, who picks up the good old W here after 115 laps. Until next time, my name is Ezekiel Reyes. We'll be back next week at the famed Talladega Superspeedway. Until next time, we are signing out. Peace out.